Hello everyone, and welcome to another YouTube channel. My name is Ed Walker, and this is January the 5th, uh, 2021. 2021, brand new year. Uh, what this video is going to be about is making a Windows 10 uh, installation tool, which is media creation tool. And we're going to show you how to do this step by step, and whether you're upgrading from Windows 7 to Windows 10, this is free. Won't cost you anything except for your time. You can only do this from Windows 7, Windows 8, and Windows 8.1. Anything before that time, it will not work. What happens is Microsoft uses your Windows 7 license key in Windows 10 in this media tool. This media tool, you can use it to install. Let's say you had even if you had Windows on there and it crashed and you want to do a fresh install, having this tool will help you install your Windows 10. So let's start. Okay. First of all, when you start, you want to have a USB stick ready. You should have at least 8 gig of memory on this stick. If you have anything larger, whatever, you're going to waste it because you can't have anything on here except for the ISO Windows 10. And if you have anything on this, on your flash drive, it will be gone. It will erase everything on your flash drive when you create the Windows 10 Media Edition, okay? So first of all, go ahead and just put your USB in the slot, and it'll probably recognize it, which mine just did. Okay. Now, let's go to a web page. And what you can do, if you don't know the address, just Google it. Windows Media Creation Tool. Downloading Windows 10 disk image ISO file from Microsoft. We're going to click on that. And here we are at Microsoft. And we're going to go down past the update now to here, create Windows 10 installation media, download tool now. So we're going to go ahead and click. And you can see at the bottom, it downloaded here. We can click on that. And it comes up with Microsoft Windows. Click yes. And you come up here to the corner and just exit out of the website. You don't need that. This is all we need right here. Okay. Getting a few things ready. It'll take a little while, and I'll walk you through this. So there we go. This is the actual notices and license terms. If you don't click on accept, it's not going to load it. So just click on the accept button. Now, the time, depending on the speed of your computer, it could take a little longer than this or a little bit less if it happened to be faster. Okay, here we have upgrade this PC now. That's if you went to the site and you're going to download it onto your, for example, Windows 7. You can do it for this too. But we don't want that one because we're going to create a USB flash from the ISO. So we want to click in the second row, create the media tool, and you can use this over and over again on whatever different computers you may have. Or if one crashes on you and you want to reinstall the Windows, you can do it that way too. All right. So let's go ahead and click Next. And of course, you can see that it's set for English, Windows 10 to 64-bit. This is very important on this one right here. It has a check mark and says use the recommended options for this PC. You do not want to have that checked. That means that the driver stuff on this PC is what it will use. And you may have it on different PCs. So the best thing to do is uncheck where it says use the recommended options for this PC. Just uncheck and then go ahead and click Next. And we want the top one, USB flash drive. And of course, like I say, it needs to be at least 8 gigabyte stick, okay? And so you should have it in the USB port now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and click Next. And you'll see that this one right here is actually my USB. It brings it up with the, so I'm going to just highlight that one. That's where I want it to be. And if I wanted to make sure or didn't know my drive, I can just go up here to this PC, double click that. It'll open it up, and then I'll see my hard drive, which is C. I see my DVD-RW drive here, and there is my USB. It has a name of it, USB, and it is on drive E. So that's how you can make sure that it's going to go to your USB. So let's go up here and put X, cancel out of this, and I verify that this is where it's going. I'm going to go ahead and click Next. And it's getting a few things ready. We'll be able to rock and roll with our new Windows 10 media. This may take a little bit of time. So, okay, we have come to the end. It says your USB flash drive is ready. So all we have to do now is click on Finish. And then it's finishing wrapping it up. So what we want to do now is go down to the start bar or the task bar. Look for your little icon of a USB. You might have a little arrow right here pointing up. If you don't see all your icons, they may be hidden. There'll be a little arrow. But you want to find that USB, and then once you click on it, then you click to eject the USB. That just makes sure that it's finished and complete. We don't want to do it while it's running. Take the USB drive out. We have created our tool. Second step is going to be to install Windows. Now we're going to use the flash drive that we made. And we're going to insert it. Now to log in, you normally, without logging in Windows, to get to the boot up menu, different machines are different. It's either the escape key or F12 most of the time. But you can Google and put your model, whether it's an Acer or HP, and how to boot in the boot menu, and it'll give you the sequence, whatever it is. Okay, but this is an Acer, and this is going to boot by F12. So we're going to power it on, and we're going to tap the F12 key, and there's what we want. There's the menu. So, camera here for you, focused. So we're going to use a USB. So I'm going to go down to the USB flash drive and hit enter. And the flash drive is working. And it should come up with the Windows installation. This is the one that we made on the flash drive, and there we go. We're starting. Okay. In this Windows, we're just going to go ahead and click on Next. We want to install now. However, if you would use this to get into Repair, you would click on Repair Computer, and then it'll get into options where you go into DOS and all that sort of thing. So it's kind of a nice tool to have. But we're going to go ahead and click on Install Now. And setup is starting. This is a customer's computer, so we're going to go ahead and accept the license terms, or we won't be able to get into Windows to install it. So we'll say next. In here, we're going to go to custom. It's the second one, because we want to do a clean install, and I want to get rid of all these partitions, and it will actually make them with new partitions. So I'm going to just highlight whatever it is, come down to delete, click delete, okay, come down to the next one, delete, okay, this partition, delete, okay, this partition, delete, and okay. We want to be left with only one, and it's the whole drive, and it's about 1 terabyte. So now to continue, we're going to hit next. And now it's going to go through these loading. It's going to get files ready for installation. It's going to go all through these steps. So we'll let that run, and I'll just go ahead and pause, and when this part finishes up, I'll come right back. And we're back. And once it loaded all the files, it went right to this screen. which is getting things ready. And then we'll have to type in a few things. Just keep in mind that I'm doing this on a customer's computer, so I'm not going to put in an email address and a password and 3 security questions and that sort of thing. Let them do that on their own. Plus, on mine, I don't like to have where I have to enter a password to get into my Windows. But if that's the case and that's what you're going to do, then make sure that you do not have the Ethernet, the Cat5 cable, your internet plugged in, okay? Or it'll skip that and it won't let you bypass that part. So just make sure that you don't have the internet cable plugged in. Wireless, we can click to turn that off before we get to that section, so that's no problem. And you'll see how I do that. But if you want to enter the other stuff in there, why, you can just put in your email address and password, and everything else will be the same that we're doing. And I did remove my, just now I just went ahead and removed my flash drive when it started to come up again into Windows, the same thing, so it doesn't try to go right to the flash again. Alright, so we're going to give it a moment.
Hi there, I'm Cortana, and I'm here to help.
Yeah, you are.
A little sign in here, a touch of Wi-Fi there, and we'll have your PC ready for all you plan to do. Use your voice or the keyboard along the way, and if you'd like me to stay quiet, just select the little microphone icon towards the bottom of your screen. If you need an assistive screen reader, press the Windows, Control, and Enter keys at the same time to turn on narrator. Okay, enough intro. Let's dig in.
You have a
Your region is set to the United States.
Okay, we'll answer these questions.
Okay, don't let me hold you up. Just pick
And
the one you
we're in the
want from the
United
list.
States, so we're going to go ahead and click yes.
Your keyboard is set to US.
And the
Wanna
keyboard's
stick
set
with
to
that?
US, and we're going to click yes.
Do you also type with another keyboard layout?
And do you want a second keyboard, another language or whatever? I'm going to just skip that. Okay. If you have your Ethernet cable unplugged, and if you're on wireless, you will have one of it probably checked here. But I don't want to do this step, so I'm going to just uncheck the connect automatically. And as soon as I uncheck this box, I'm going to come down here where it says I do not have internet. Click on that.
Just so you know, connecting to a network
And
now
we're
will
just going
save
to
you
go
some
ahead
time
and
later. If you want to get that out of the way, choose
continue
yes.
with limited setup. Not connect, but we're going to continue with limited setup. I mean, to no internet. Once we get it put on, then we'll...
Type what you want to name your account.
Okay, then we're just going to use the name. And I'm going to click next.
Okay,
I don't
now
want a
type
password,
password
so I'm
for
going
your
to hit
account.
next again. And then once I get into Windows,
These are the
I'll
settings
connect the
Microsoft
internet.
recommends. Go ahead and
And
review them and
that way
select
it can
Accept when you're ready.
give it pick up the license key. So a lot of these Microsoft keeps track. You can read these, see which ones you want. I myself only leave the location. I turn everything else off. These can all be put back on or put on when you do Windows if you want those or use them. Once everything's unchecked except for the top location, I go ahead and hit accept.
Hey, look, that's me, Cortana.
And I'm going
Can
to
I have
say
permission to use the
Cortana.
info I
I'm going
need
to
to
go
do my
with
best
not
work?
now.
Almost done now. We just need to get a few more things polished up for you,
Yeah.
and Windows will be all yours. Looking forward to helping out.
Well, that's nice. Okay. Get Windows ready. Let's get started. I don't want to do the update the browser right now, so I'm going to say maybe later. The first thing I want to do is get 3 desktop icons, so I'm going to right click on the screen. I'm going to left click on personalize, and I'm going to go to themes. Make this larger. So once I'm on themes, if you don't see anything listed over here in the right, sometimes I'll have the desktop icons deal over here on the right. Not big enough screen, so I'm going to come down here, and here it is. Desktop icon settings. If you have a larger screen, it'll appear over here on the right side of the screen. So I'm going to click on desktop icon settings, and I want to put a check mark in computer, user files, and also control panel. By default, recycle bin will always be checked, so I'm going to hit apply. Okay. Now I'm going to get online with a wireless, or you can plug your Ethernet cable in now. And I'm going to hit connect. I got to put in the user. And get that. Look, connected. And let's see. I want it to make sure. Normally down here it'll want you to activate your Windows. Windows is activated. So that's all there is to it. Now I'm going to go ahead and download Google Chrome, an antivirus. I don't like this screen. I'm going to go ahead and right click on the screen, hit personalize. Come back over to themes. Come down here, themes. This has 5 images. I'll go to this one here. Okay, and there's my new theme. Now you can actually get all kinds of themes. Just go right here to change theme. You get more themes at the Microsoft Store. It's free. Okay. So right now we'll close this out, and there's the better screen save right there on the background. And they have all kinds of different backgrounds you can get. But that's pretty much it. And once that's all done, you want to come down here to the Windows icon, lower left corner. Get you down there. Right down here, lower left corner, and you click the Windows icon. Come up here and hit the gear, which is your settings. Alright, we're going to update Windows. Then we're going to scroll down right here. We're going to click on Update and Security, and it's automatically start updating. Very important for all the patches and so forth. You run this, and once it gets, this is already at 100%, and it has a few more to go. Then it'll want you to restart. You restart your computer. When it comes back up into Windows, do the same thing. Go to the Start, the little gear wheel for settings. Click on that, and then go to Update Security Settings, and right back and see if, and do that until all the updates are complete. And that's pretty much it. Then you do everything else. Third-party software that you want, you can do that. Okay, but this will help get drivers too, especially the video. So that's it. Pretty simple. And that will conclude our video on the multimedia creation tool by Microsoft. Keep in mind that if you have a gaming system or a new system or a rebuild, that you go to the manufacturer website and load the actual drivers instead of using Windows generic drivers, such as you can update the BIOS, you can update your video, your audio. Those are the best drivers for that. And how you can find that out to get those drivers is you would go to your manufacturer's website, whether it's HP, whether it's a Dell or Lenovo, etc. You just go there and Google, let's say, would be DellSupport.com or HPSupport.com. Go under the section for drivers and download, and put your make and model in. And if it's a custom build where it's not made by Dell or any of those manufacturers, then you just go by the motherboard, put the kind of motherboard you have, go to that manufacturer and get the drivers. And that should take care of that. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment or a like or dislike on this video. It helps me determine what type of videos to make. Also, if you want to subscribe to my channel, hit the subscribe button below. Hit the little icon next to it so that you can be notified of our next upcoming videos. Thanks for watching, and safe surfing